Good afternoon and welcome to Thfc Till I Die, Tottenham from past to present. I'm not on my own. I'm bringing Ellie in a little bit different because Ed looks like somebody down actually from heaven at the moment. She looks like the almighty angel Gabriel that came down to Mary to say that she was pregnant. And you've just look, see again. See, this is Ellie now from sitting up in heaven, just spreading some Ellie love around the world and just showing people that she actually isn't a human being. She's actually an angel, and she was sent down here to just deliver Spurs love. Ellie, how are you this afternoon, my dear?
I'm an angel that poked my eye with Dara. You know, you've never had that experience, have you?
Yeah, I have poked my eyes a few times, Ellie. A few people have poked my eyes for me.
No,
I've moved my PC. Yeah, I've moved my PC. Hopefully that will make the stream better. And hopefully that will be better than last night's. I apologize about last Friday down here in Wexford, so I do apologise about that. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. We will be doing that stream again. We'll do a better one. And Ellie, 50. So
there's a lot, still a lot coming in.
80. And then after that, we're going to bring on a subscriber for Tottenham Till I Die Army every week that you will come on and have your favourite season and explain to us why it's your favourite season.
Yeah.
So that's
going to be a good show.
That will be continued and will be. Oh Lord Jesus, it's gone again. Let's show who's in the chat today. Do you want to read this out, Ellie?
Yeah, why not? So we've got Bobby K giving a fist bump, respect, and a blue love heart, which means he's a Spurs lad. It's no red in our colours. Right, so then we've got Mia saying good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mia. And then who we got next? Anyone else? Anyone else joined us? Lisa. Yes, hello, Lisa. Good morning, Dermot and Ellie. Hi, Bobby K and Mia. Very nice. Very nice. How's it down in Mexico? You've got to let us know what temperature it is today, Lisa. And we've got Bobby K saying, good morning, everyone at work. So just a quick hello. Hello, Bobby. What a nice man. I was speaking to him this morning, actually. And anybody else, Dermot? And then we got Bobby K saying, hi, Lisa. Yeah. Yeah, she's got all the nice weather. We haven't. And then Mia saying, hi, Lisa, as well.
Right, Ellie.
Is that it? Right,
should we touch on the Forest game? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't want to, but we have to, don't we? Oh my God! I poked my eye. Oh.
Yeah.
So what is
lovely
it?
Morning,
it's a lovely morning. Oh. 22 degrees centigrade, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. That's lovely. That's just my type of weather, Lisa. 72, spot on. Lovely. Well, it's cold in England.
It will get warmer as the day goes on, though. I bet it will. I bet it will.
Yeah.
Ellie, we'll start on the Forest game. Look, we haven't had a proper chance to talk about it.
No.
Look, for myself, it was a dire performance by a dire back three. Excuse the pun. It shows again, and hopefully now the fans will realise Eric Dyer, Sanchez, Emerson should not play for this club anymore. That's it. I'm done. I said to Ellie the other day and today as well, I have fallen out of love with my football club because of this.
I know.
You know, everyone's saying Conte out. We want Conte out. Then who do you get in? Please tell me, who do you want in if you don't want a world-class manager in?
You know.
It's got to the point where we're still dealing with the mess Hitchin made. He was backed with players in the January transfer window. Look, it wasn't brilliant, but it was good in the summer. I was back. I've said it was good then, and I'm back now. It's good now. We got 2 players in January, which helped us got top 4. And now we've got to move on now for January and then next summer. Conte will be backed. But will Conte be here at the end of the summer? That's the question. So what do you do then? Look, he can turn around quite rightly and think, look, I'm doing all this work. Some players are some players are letting me down. The fans are booing. The fans want this. The fans are, I don't need this shit. I'm going off. And look, it's even upsetting Ellie.
No, my eyes are, because I poked my eye and it's really bad. I should really go and bathe them, but don't worry. Oh,
do you know, we need to start
see my eyes.
We need to start blaming the players. We need to start. They're the same players on the Pochettino, on the Mourinho, on the Nuno. They're the same players that do great for 6 months and then think, do you know what? The training's too hard. Or there's little tidbits in the press. Oh, you know, this manager doesn't like me. This manager, he doesn't play me. Why he doesn't play me? Because you're a heat. Call a spade a spade. When are we actually going to start pointing the fingers at the players instead of pointing the finger at Conte, who's a world-class manager, who we are lucky to have?
Yeah, true.
I am sick to death of this. I am sick to death of this. Is why I've fallen out of love with my football club, because of all the bullshit that's going around with it. We cannot keep blaming these managers. We have to blame the fucking players that are making the fucking mistakes. You can't say Dyer deserves a pass, or Sanchez deserves a pass, or Emerson deserves a pass, or Davis deserves a pass, or fucking Doherty deserves a pass. Enough is enough. We want our football club back. We don't want this. We don't want this this progression sort of. Let's stick with the shit players and let's not buy the decent players. I am sick to death of it. And this World Cup for me is come at a perfect time.
Yeah, so we can reset.
Team, Nottingham Forest, who are bottom of the fucking Premier League. We should be beating them. We got Leeds tomorrow. If we don't start well tomorrow, as well as you know, Ellie, as well as I know, them fans will turn on the team. And they have every bloody right to. Dyer last Sunday made an absolute fucking harlot of a pass back for Liverpool's first goal.
His passing generally is crap.
He should not have been playing against Forest full fucking stop.
I know.
But because we don't have the players to replace him with, this is why Levy has to back Conte this January. Get a Bastoni in, get players in that will fix the problem. Because if you don't, Conte will say, fuck this, I'm going back to Italy. Then what will we be left with? A Nuno Part 2.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Hang on, this is in my head, and they're trying to.
Nearly
finished. I'm nearly finished.
All right then. All right.
We as a fan base have to realise it's not the fucking manager, it's the players. We have to turn on them players. We have to tell them what we think of them. Instead of giving Dyer, Davis, Sanchez, Emerson, Doherty a fucking pass all the time. Because Conte's thinking it's at him, and it's not at him. Dyer should not have been playing on Wednesday. No Sanchez, no Emerson, no fucking Doherty. But they keep playing and they keep fucking up. Enough is a fucking enough. I am sick to death of it. And all these people that want Conte out, you either just want it for your own agenda, or you don't understand we have a world-class manager in. So instead of getting behind, instead of saying we want him out because he plays shit football, you can play the best football in the world and get nothing. We've done that. We played brilliant football under Pochettino. What did it bring us? Nothing. But we were the prettiest side to watch. We were the sexiest sides to watch in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Let's do Conte's way. Let's do it his way and win us something. We're out of the League Cup because of players could not be fucking bothered. Either because it's the World Cup coming up and they don't want to put that extra 10% in, or they're not playing for the manager, or they're just downright shite. One or the other. Let's get behind Conte and stop this bullshit altogether, because at the moment, I have fallen out of love with my club and it feels terrible. And I cannot wait for the World Cup. Sorry, Ellie, rant over. So that's been building up for a few days for me. So go on.
That's all right. You don't have to apologise, Dermot. That's come from your heart, right? It's what you believe in, right? You stick to your morals. You stick to your own ideas. Don't let anybody sway you. Even me. If I've got a different opinion, I've got a different opinion. Doesn't mean my opinion is better than yours or worse than yours. It's just my opinion, right? So what I would say on the matter, yeah, the players are shite. Most of them. They are. They really are bad players. They're not ballers. We've got 4 ballers in the team, actually. We've got 4 ballers who are competent at controlling the ball and passing it and laying it off or crossing. The rest of them can forget it. So you've got 7 duff players in the side, including, you have to put Lloris in that bracket now because his kicking is becoming a joke, right? And I supported him before, but I was looking at the game against Nottingham Forest and I was looking at the game against Liverpool, and he didn't give the back 4 any confidence, and they're already short of confidence and they're already short of ball skills. So you've got to play them a good ball. Otherwise, they're miscontrolling it and the other team is scoring against us. Yeah? I mean, he did one to Sessegnon, do you remember, against Newcastle? He done it about, for a 6 foot tall player. Sessegnon's about 5'7", 5'8", isn't he? Even if he's 5'9", bloody hell, he's not 6 foot odd. And he's like done it too high. Sessegnon tries his best to get it under control, but it's too high for him. Comes down, and then they nick it off him because it's a shit ball. He can't do nothing with it. Same when Dyer, when it went under his foot, and they let Frankfurt scored, didn't they? When it went under his foot, and then he does that duff bus back pass. Don't know what he was doing, but in general, our play's been really, really poor, and we know we can play better. Even the shite players can play better than what they're playing, but they're just, I don't know. There must be a hidden agenda at our club. Once the tough, you know what they say, Dermot, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Couldn't even bloody get that saying out. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Our players are not tough, so they're never going to get going. The only one who I would put my house on, my mortgage on, would be Højbjerg, because he's flipping tough. He's a real man. He'll get stuck in, right? Even Kane, however good he is, he doesn't get stuck in. He hardly ever presses. I know he's a brilliant striker. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not digging out Kane because I love the player and what he brings to our team. But even he sort of lost heart, right? And then we've lost Sonny, and now we've brought back Hulu, who's a baller, right? He's a 100% baller. He can create, he can affect games. And then we've got Perisic on the other side. Although he's old, he's created 8 assists. Even though he hasn't even been that good, he's created 8 assists that have led to goals, you know. But do you know what I don't get right? All these fans who are saying get Conte out, look at it logically, right? Logically, he's a winner. He was at Juventus. He was a winner as a player. He's a winner as a manager. Everywhere he's gone, he's delivered the title. Yeah, he might not have delivered the Champions League, but that is a hard one to win because you've got all the elite teams of Europe in there. You haven't got to play your Burnleys and your West Broms and whatever. They're not even in the thing. So you haven't got to play your Bournemouths and your Fulhams and your, you know, all the bottom teams, right? These are top teams with top players. So you've got to be at your best to beat them. And even if you're not at your best and you manage to win, just scrape through and win, you still scrape through and won, and you've got down to the last 8, and then it's the last 4, and then you're in the final before you know it, right? But it's not like the league title, Dermot, is it? 38 games you've got to play, right? The league title is very hard to win, right? And you've got Man City who've cornered the market because their money bags have come in and bought their success. I'd rather have someone like Levy, even though I don't agree with him a lot of the time, I'd rather have him as our owner, who's making us sustainable and making us get to that level where we can start competing again. Like you said before the show started. But the only thing I would criticise him about is when the iron is hot, strike. Because this CONTE will not stay, like you said, Dermot. If you don't give him the tools, because he's already identified in an interview, he said, you need patience. There's a lot of work to do at Spurs. What he means by that, he needs to ship out the shit and bring in the players who are going to shape up and do the way he likes to play. Because he's not a boring manager, believe it or not. If you watched Inter Milan play, they played some very exciting, progressive football. And their wing backs were excellent, weren't they, Derm? Their wing backs, he got them playing like out of their skin. And they were effective.
Ellie, we're so used to seeing the Spurs of the 80s. You and me grew up with that. Grew up with Keith Birkinshaw and the sides of the 80s. So we're used to that progressive, free-flowing, Steve Perriman, Galvin running down the wing.
Yeah.
You know, you got then we had Chrissy Waddle and Glenn Hoddle.
Chrissy Waddle, Ginola, Modric,
we're used to them players. But what gets me is, right, and there's 2 people have actually put very good questions into the chat, and I want to read them out, Ellie. If that's okay with you. I have started them. This one is from John Fitzpatrick. Big up me Irish brother. How are you doing, Johnny? Well, sir. He says, please tell me how CONTE was happy to go into this season with these clowns at the back. I really wonder, is CONTE only here for 20 million a season? Look, what I would say to that is, and then Ellie, I'll let you have your point in it as well.
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to go first, Ellie? No, you go first. Have your point, then I'll go after you, Ellie.
All right. What I would say to John, he can get more than 20 million elsewhere. So he's not here for the money. Conte's a very proud man, right? He's been a winner everywhere he goes. If you look at it logically, he's a winner. He's a born winner as a player and a manager. So the 20 million to him doesn't matter. It doesn't. It really doesn't matter. What matters to him is that he moulds his team and he gets his team playing in his way, right? And his way, the CONTE way, wins, right? And he's not got the players now to play his way, and they're very technically ungifted. They really are. They just can't control the ball and pass the ball 5 yards, for flipping hell's sake. You know, like I saw Eric Dyer, he's 4 yards away from the play and he kicks it off the bloody pitch. And like I'm screaming, I'm saying, what are you bloody doing? You know, and that's not the first incident. There's many incidents in the game. Many. I'll lose track of how many times they do shite things in the match. Right? And if you do that, you're invariably going to lose a lot of matches. And we've started losing now. Instead of winning ugly, we're losing ugly. I'd rather win ugly if you tell me. I'd rather have the 3 points in the bag. At least it's in the bag. If you lose ugly, then the fans start turning on CONTE. Blame the bloody players, like Dermot said. Blame them. They're the ones who are down in tools. They're the ones who can't pass 4 or 5 yards or control the ball when it's passed to them. They're the ones who overhit the cross. They're the ones who bash it across the thing so Kane hasn't got a chance to get it. I see it every day. I note it in my notebook, how many mistakes they make. You know, so you've got to start turning the screw on the players. And the fans will always be fans. We're always flip-flop. That's what fans do. You've got to get used to that. But one thing's for sure, Conte is a winner. And he's a proven winner. And the 20 million doesn't matter to him. He's a multi-millionaire anyway.
Look, Ellie, great points as always. Even my Irish flag had the droop on it. I had to, put the flag up back and.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, even that had a droop this morning. Do you know what, Ellie? I'm going to do something here. People can think Dermot's lost the plot completely. He's gone fucking gaga. Right? Do you see this? Right? This thing is called the Hulk, right?
Yeah,
and you shake his head, right? And he's a Marvel character, right? And you never make him angry, right? That's Conte. There is a reason to my madness. That's Conte, right? He's passionate. He's angry. He wants to win. He doesn't like losers.
Wow.
And John is right. He's not happy with the clowns he's got at the back. The Dyer, the Sanchez's, the Emersons, the Doherty. Look, I've always, this season, I came in, right, I'm going to give everyone a clean slate, including the owner, a clean slate. I'm going to start again. I'm going to sit in the fence. I'm not leaving you out, but I'm not leaving you in. I'm leaving you in the middle. And at the end of the season, I will decide which way to go.
You're tickling his belly.
I've been accused by some people of being a flip-flopper because of my stance last season. I've been accused Dermot's now Levy in because I don't shout from the rooftops, I want Levy out. I support Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. I don't support Levy. I don't support anything by the 11 players and the manager that do our football club. But I will not support players that keep letting a great manager down.
Yeah, well said.
He's not going to be happy with what he's got, John. I do agree with you. I don't agree. I agree with Ellie. He's not here for the money. He's here because he wants to prove he's a great manager. He went to Chelsea. First season at Chelsea, finished 10th in the league. What did he do the following season? He won the league because Abramovich backed him. Levy has backed him in January. He got Kuvisevski and Romero in January. What did we get? Top 4 with a shite team, right?
Yeah.
And to be fair, we were lucky to get top 4 because Arsenal blew it as well. Let's not sugarcoat it.
You make your own luck.
Yeah,
you make your own luck.
Yeah, but we were lucky.
We beat them. So
yeah, but
we
at the
beat
end
them.
but at the end of the day, we were lucky.
I don't think we were lucky. I think they did cock up, but we made sure we won our matches. So that's not luck.
But it is, Ellie, because they sort of self-exploded. But look, we got there. Doesn't matter how or why or what we got there.
We'll have to agree to disagree then.
Yeah, well, look, even Dave Harris says we were lucky to get there. And I actually do agree with what Dave said. We were lucky to get there.
Well,
we were nowhere there. It was the combination of Conte, Romero, Decky was the reason we got top 4 last season. To be fair, that's my own opinion, and I'll stick to that. We also respect your opinions. I know where you're getting at, Ellie, and I sort of agree with what you're saying as well. It's a combination of the two, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, if they didn't cock up, whatever we did wouldn't have mattered.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'll get your point. Yeah.
So we've come into January. We've got Longley in, who I think has done very well since he's come in. Ellie looks like she's praying to the Lord divine up in heaven.
My eyes are very sore. That's why I put the glasses on.
But the thing is, Conte will not be happy. We have to see what happens in January. And if he doesn't get backed in January, I'm very worried. I don't think Conte will be in next season.
Yeah.
Ellie, I'll let you go first in this as well.
If it
comes up. Son is hang on. Please come back. Thank you. I truly believe Son has had his head turned and now wants to leave. And Kane, if he has a good World Cup, we all know what happens then. Ellie, look, I'll let you go first and then I'll have my say afterwards.
You never know. There might be a lot of truth in that, but you never know, because you never know what's going through players' heads either. Because it doesn't seem like Sonny's there. There's something missing. Because I know Sonny, he's always got a smile. When he scores, he's not smiling like he used to. Like when he scored against Leicester, the first goal, it was like a vindication to say, I'm back. But he didn't really smile. All the players came round him, and it was like he was saying, there you go, in your face, I'm a fantastic player, right? And then when he scored the second goal, it was like there wasn't much smile there. It was just a little click, and all the other players looked more happier than him. Because you know what Sonny does? He lights up the whole of White Hart Lane with that smile. Yeah, and then there's just something niggling at me. And I agree with Cole Simpson. I think his head has been turned. And I think maybe he's thinking he might go to Liverpool. Because remember that time when Klopp had that little word in his ear? And I'm thinking they're not really happy with Nunes. And I think they probably want Sonny, and they've tapped him up. There's something wrong. There's something wrong there. I agree with Carl, right? And then when you come to the Kane factor, right, when he goes to the World Cup, depending on how well he does, is going to determine how determined he is to push on with Spurs. Because if we have the same back four, or the same back three, sorry, if you take Romero out of the equation, because he's our saving grace, and Longley to some extent, he's a decent player. He's not brilliant, but he's decent. He's more decent than the rest of them put together. At least he can pass the ball, for God's sake, right? So I think if he comes back and we haven't strengthened in January, I think he'll be off because he hasn't signed his deal. I think he'll forget club loyalties and he'll think, "Fuck this, I'm off." I'm off. And then if he goes off, I think Conte's going to follow shortly after.
Look, I'm going to disagree slightly with you, Ellie. I agree with Son and Liverpool. I think there is something there. I honestly, sorry, my camera. I mean, I'm a short ass in real life, so believe me, I don't look as tall as I do.
You're not that short. I'm shorter.
No, Ellie, my fiance is 5'5", and I'm just a bit taller than her by that much. So yeah, I am a short ass. Look, I think there's something to do with Son, but the point I want to make is it's something John Fitzpatrick, and it's something here Carl Simpson said as well. If Liverpool get taken over along with the others, we'll be blown away out the top six. Levy and Enoch will need to sell as they wouldn't be able to compete financially. Look, I watched Steve Butler's video yesterday, and the thing is, has Levy and Enoch taken this as far as they can take us? Do we need new ownership to take us to the next level? Now, look, we have to see what they do in January and the summer. This is January's, I think, become the most important transfer window, Ellie, for a decade for us, for Tottenham. If we can get a Bastoni in, even if we get him as a pre-contract for the summer, that's something. He's dying to get Bastoni in, that back line. That replaces Dyer. So you've got Romero, Bastoni, Longley, the back three. You've got Spence, who's reportedly been put up for sale and going back to Forest. You've got Tatanga, who Conte wants out the club as well. So it's a whole rebuild of a back line and a goalkeeper as well. So you're looking at 5 players plus a goalkeeper. The midfield is sorted out, and up front is sorted out. I think if Kane sees Tottenham getting in world-class players in January and the summer, I think he'll sign a new contract. And I think also if Conte signs a new contract, it's down to the club to reactivate this contract. It's not down to Conte. So the club say, right, we're going to reactivate the contract next year, and then we'll sort out a new contract between now and the end of next season, which I think will happen. But also, why spend money on a manager that wants to leave in the summer? And then do you know what I mean? You could spend all the money you want, and then he pisses off. I don't think Conte will. I think Conte wants Tottenham to be successful. I think he wants to prove that Tottenham can be a big team and win trophies. And I think he wants that on his CV, that I was the manager that brought the good times back to White Hart Lane. I think he wants that, and I think he's determined to get that.
Yeah, that's his motivation.
I think also, Ellie, you got to look at it. His family's in Italy as well. So I think once his family moves over to London, it might make him a bit more happier as well, instead of flying back to Italy after every game to see his family. So do you know what I mean? There's loads of different things around it, I think. But look, for me, I'm Conte in. The Don and Conte will bring us success. I know you are as well, Ellie. For the Levy and people that want Conte out and the people want Enoch and Levy out, look, on the Conte out people, please just get behind the manager. Just blame the players that are making the mistakes, not Conte. He can only pick from what he's given. And for Levy and Enoch out, I'm giving them to this year. And look, we see what happens. But I am not going to be... I'm not going to change my mind, because I've always said this season under Conte was a clean slate for me. And I know it is to Ellie too, but we can't say too much, because as I know, Ellie, you have been sort of accepted for your ambassador role, haven't you?
Yeah, so I'm going to be hopefully, I'm just waiting for a lady to get back to me after I had an interview on Wednesday. So, yeah. If I become Spurs ambassador to the women, I'll be very privileged and very honoured to represent them. And it's for her game too, which is very, very important in this day and age. Yeah. Is that your phone or my phone?
No, my phone's on silent.
No, it's my laptop. Sorry. Don't worry, I've clicked it off. Yeah, so basically, if I become the ambassador, then I have to go through certain things that I can and can't say. So it doesn't mean your mouth is tied. It just means you've got to be more diplomatic, and I can be diplomatic. You know what it is? I'm a Spurs fan through and through, so I want the best for my club, just like you do, Dermot. And when you said you were a bit disillusioned about the club, I sent you a lovely text, so to cheer you up. Because I know you love Spurs, and it was just in the heat of the moment you thought, I'm not saying you're not going to carry it on. I'm just saying, in the heat of the moment, you wrote those words, and you stand by those words now. Because if you wrote them in the heat of the moment and you don't believe what you said, then it's just in the heat of the moment. But I know that you actually meant them, because when I've spoken to you, you really are down. And because of these players playing so shit and down in their tools for Conte, who's a masterful, he's a masterful manager who does win things, and you're on his side because it's logic. It's logic to be on his side. Why would you pick players that have failed us for 8 years? They've been together and they've won nothing. They've won nothing. They haven't got one trophy over the line.
I have literally, genuinely fallen out of love with my football club, and I'm not even bothering about Saturday's game. And that's the first time in 40-something years, Ellie, that I'm not even bothered about Saturday's game, because I'm so disillusioned.
You've become numb. You've become numb to it, haven't you? Yeah.
We should not have lost to Nottingham Forest on Tuesday. No way,
they're bottom of the league, for God's sake. Are they bottom of the league or second from bottom? It doesn't matter, does it? They're in the bottom.
We just about beat them in the league, to be fair.
Yeah, we did. We struggled to beat them. They had a lot of chances.
Yeah. Look, but anyway, Ellie, that's enough about Conte and and depressing Nottingham Forest. Let's look ahead to Leeds game tomorrow, which, you know, I'm not going to be bothered about. But as for our beautiful viewers, our brilliant people that stick by us, this is the predicted lineup for the game against Leeds United, which Conte probably might pick. So he may go for Luis in goal. Boo. Eric Dyer. Boo. Longley. Yay. Davis. Boo. Emerson Royale. He's not even worthy of a boo. Højbjerg. Yay.
Yeah.
Perisic in the middle. Bentancur. Yay. Basuma. Yay. Kulusevski. Yay. Harry Kane. Yay. So there you go. You know what? I love that at the ground, right? They're reading out the teams before the match, right? And you're listening, right, to the players that haven't played well. And you know, as rain is sun is going to shine in the sky and rain's going to fall from the sky, they will boo them. They're like, Eric Dyer, boo, get that wanker off.
I know.
And also, I apologise for my language and my rant as well. I've just realised I swore a lot, so I do apologise, and I hope it didn't offend
That's what I call
anyone.
real passion.
Ellie, this is the 11 that might be picked tomorrow. Give me your thoughts on it, because I'm pulling my hair out with that back two, with them two players in the back.
The thing is, the only one he can play instead of Ben Davies is Sessegnon, and they're much of the muchness. They both don't go and take their player on. They both can't particularly pass well. So I would say Ben Davies is slightly better at reading the game, but probably Sessegnon's more athletic. Yeah, that's about it. You can't give them any Jews, can you? They're not good players, either of them. And then you've got Ivan Perisic, who's not hit top form yet, but he's still been affected. And then Yves Basuma, we're starting to see little signs that he's getting to that near the level of Brighton, but not quite. He's not quite there yet, but he's getting there. It's a work in progress. Yeah. And then you've got Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Everybody knows my sentence on him, so I don't have to say anything on him. Right, Emerson Royal.
She hates him, really. She hates Højbjerg, really. She doesn't like him. She's only saying that for the show, but behind the scenes, she cannot stand Højbjerg. She really can. Don't believe her.
No. Right, so Emerson Royal, athletic, not a footballer. He's not a footballer. He's not a baller. Eric Dyer, not even athletic. Not a footballer. Can't pass the ball. Can't defend. He shouldn't be a footballer. He should stick to that cooking program he's on, you know, and start making some kebabs. Right, Rodrigo Bentancur, baller, stepped up in the last 3 or 4 games as well. He's gone to a new level that I didn't even know he could reach. You know, like he's everywhere. He's like everywhere you look. Bentancur's there involved in the play. I love him. He's playing out of his skin, and he really does care, because you can see it on his face. He actually cares, which is, if you care, you're halfway there. Then you've got Dejan Kulusevski, the best baller in our team, by far. He's got the most vision. Well, it's about equal vision with Kane, actually. I'll put him equal vision with Kane, because Kane has got vision. He executes the pass very well. Got a sweet left foot. Brilliant. I love him. Who's talking to? Yeah. Harry Kane. There's nothing to say about Harry Kane. He speaks for himself, doesn't he? Yeah. There you go, Dermot. Over to you. Oh, I forgot Lloris. Lloris, brilliant socks. Can't kick the ball. Can't use his feet for toffee.
Yeah.
And he's been a liability over the last few games. I do like him as a goalie. Don't get me wrong. I don't like him. I don't like his kicking. It annoys me. He should just boot it out, because when he passes it to Dyer, he's not going to do anything with it. If he passes it to Sanchez, what's he going to do with it? The only one who can bring it out is Longley and Romero if they play together. Yeah. Davis can't use the ball properly.
Well, my thoughts on it. No, my thoughts on it, Ellie. Luis donkey, Eric Dyer donkey, Longley okay, Davis donkey, Emerson Royale couldn't kick a ball up the arse. He's not a footballer. He was actually paid. He paid somebody to let him play football. Eric Dyer, only Eric Dyer got into football because his granddaddy was head of the FA. So that was a bit of political. I don't know how they thought he's a donkey. Emerson Højbjerg needs a rest. Great player. Perisic will come good. Bentancur, he's there. Bentancur's here, there, everywhere. He's a bit like he's everywhere. He reminds me of. He reminds me of there was a. He reminds me of what was I watching the other night? And they keep disappearing and coming back. Anyway, come to me. He's there. Basuma is going to come good. Kulu, well, you know,
is it Randall and Hopkirk?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Randall
he's there.
Hopkirk, yeah.
Cooley, we all needed Ginger from Sweden. No words. And Harry Kane.
Give me a gin with Sweden.
Harry Kane is Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. He's Sir Harry Kane. You got to take that.
For me, I don't think Bentancur's going to give 100% because of the World Cup next week, starting next week for Uruguay. Harry Kane's not going to want to give 100% because of England playing in the World Cup. Eric Dyer, how the hell he got into the England squad, I do not know. I swear to God. But, you know, some of them players are going to the World Cup, Ellie. So are they going to give 100%? You hope so. But
some of the league players are going as well, aren't they? So we got to hope. We got to hope. When you go to Spurs, you hope for the best, but you should really not be hoping for the best. You should be confident that our team can beat Leeds. But I'm not confident. I think they're going to come and beat us, or it's going to be a draw. I don't think we're going to win. Because I saw Leeds, how they press. They press brilliant. And they work as a team.
This is Carl Simpson's point. I would play Foster, goalkeeper, right centre-back, Tatanga, Longley and Davis. Spence, right wing-back, Perisic, left wing-back, Højbjerg, Bentancur, Basuma in midfield, Dekia, Cam, and just off Richarlison. Do you know what? I would agree with that.
Yeah, that's a better team.
I think so. But this is only the predicted lineup. This might not be the team he picks at all. It's only a predicted lineup. Mick Hamlock. Good afternoon, Dermot and Ellie. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All right, Mick.
Now, I've put this in here. This is the GoFundMe for our charity stream. We have raised so far €30.
I'm putting 30 in this afternoon.
And well, and I'm going to put 30 in next week. So we've raised €60. We're on the march to €1,000 we want to raise. It is going to the charity called, let me get it up there. I've got it in a banner. Where is it now? Called As I Am. It's a charity that helps families and children with autism and ADHD. And also adults as well that get diagnosed. I was diagnosed a year and a half ago, which sort of made my childhood a lot more simpler, but I still have to take medication for my ADHD because if not, I'll be like Jack Rabbit on top of a vibrator. That's how jumpy I will be, jumping all over the place. I've just realised what I just said now. I
know. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not that rude.
No, but anyway, but that's the point. Look, we're doing the 12-hour stream. It's already up on YouTube. I want to thank also Nick for doing the thumbnail, who's donated money as well. Thank you, Nick, so much. I really appreciate it. And I really love the thumbnail. I know Ellie does as well.
I love his work.
Yeah, I do. And also, Ellie, what have we got coming up there? Because we've got a few things that day, haven't we, coming up in that charity stream? We've got a few little surprises, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got David Harris is going to host the quiz, which is fabulous because he's the Irish Hotspur, isn't he? We'll bow down to the Irish Hotspur. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
That is actually quick quiz on that, Ellie. That's between you and me and Philip. That's between the three of us. So who's going to be top dog on TFC till I die? It's going to be me because it's going to be me.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited because we're going to invite fans on as well, supporters of our channel, to come on and talk about their best 11, all-time Spurs players. And we're going to allow you 2 substitutes because we know there's going to be another 2 players where you think, I want him in. But we're only going to allow you 2 because I thought one's a bit stingy. So 2, you can have 11 players plus 2 more. There you go. So what more can you ask? So get thinking now, boys and girls, you know, what players you want in and which ones you want to ditch. And then we want to hear about your favourite manager as well, don't we, Dermot? We want to hear about their favourite manager and why. Why is your favourite?
I just read what Cole Simpson's just put in the chat.
Oh my God. Come on, pull it up. Don't leave me hanging. Come on.
Dermot is going to do a pole.
Pile dance, apparently.
He meant pole.
Oh, yeah. No, he means your piles, if you've got piles.
No, he meant pole dance, Ellie. I don't have
I know.
Leave my private life out of this. Look, we also got the legend that is Mickey Hazard coming on again. I am so excited he came on. We're trying to get a few other players, ex-players to come on. Ellie, I think, is going to try to get an ex-Spurs lady to come on as well.
I'm going to try and get Gary Mabbott because I had a little link that it might be him, and I'm going to send him a little message and see if he replies. I'll try my best.
But the thing is, why we're doing this is look, I know from my own experiences, and my fiance is very clever on this as well. She knows a lot about it through her family. But also for me, it was down to a couple of friends of mine who have actually gone through this recently. And it got me thinking, there isn't the system in Ireland, and there isn't, look, everyone can talk about mental health. Everyone talks about that. Everyone talks about this and that. And autism and ADHD needs to be put into the domain because it is important. Children do get diagnosed with it. There's children that don't get the help at schools. Because of what I did, I didn't get the help at school when I was a kid back in the 80s. It wasn't talked about then. And look, I've even got to the point of wanting to run as an independent to for the local Dáil, which is like the Parliament in England for us and so on this, because I feel families are not getting the help they deserve. And with this platform we have, I thought it was time we need to use it instead of talking about Tottenham for good. And I want to thank Ellie and Philip for getting on board with this with me as well. And also putting up with me because I'm not the easiest person to work with sometimes. And Ellie can laugh and I can laugh because we do butt heads, but we do laugh and we're Ellie's one of my best friends. I want to say this, that Ellie's my best friend on YouTube, apart from Dave Harris. But on YouTube, she's my best friend because I can talk to Ellie about anything and she knows.
Even at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And it's important for me that we get this out here, that we can help families. We can help families that are struggling. We can help children that are struggling. Look, even a light for a sensory room, even a light for a child in a room that burns around. Do you know them lights that show animals on the ceilings? You have no idea how much that helps. So look, please, the GoFundMe's there. Please donate as much as you can. I really would appreciate it. We would appreciate it. We want. And also,
Dermot, I was just going to say this, right? If they haven't got the money to donate because times are hard and whatever, and they've got anything that they can donate to the charity, like me, I'm doing 2 books and we're going to auction them.
Oh, that's a point as well, Ellie.
You know, they could, or they might have something they might have had an autistic child and that child has grown up and they've got married and they've got their own things that they do, and they might have something of when they were a baby to donate to the channel, and we can give it to a family that they used to use for their kid, and it's no longer used because their kids grown up and got married and whatever. Yeah, something like that. Or like my 2 books are going to be Terry Venables and the story of Terry Venables.
Yeah. And
it's a really nice book.
Yeah, and also this book as well is the history of the World Cup. I am going to, this is going up for auction.
Look at that.
So, look, it's important to me, this book, but I want to put this up for auction. So next Saturday, we will be doing an auction during the stream where Ellie will be putting up her books, I'll be putting up my book, and we will be auctioning it.
Story as well, which is a really good read. You know, and it's hard for me to let them go, but I'm going to let them go because, you know, I can always replace them, but you can't replace the kids' love for their parents when they've got autism and they're crying out for something to help them, and their parents haven't got enough money to buy it for them. You know, that's what we're here for. That's what the world is about, helping others and, you know, being charitable. Yeah.
So look, so that's what we're doing. Next Saturday from midday to midnight. Me and Ellie have put a lot of work into this. We've got the show structured. We know what we're doing. Yeah. But I want to thank a few people before we go on to the last bit, which is a bit of news on the ladies' side as well for Ellie, and a bit on the men's side as well. Bit of news. I want to thank the Irish Hotspur, Sean Spurs Talk Show, who's coming on as well. I want to thank Mickey Hazard for giving up his time for coming on next Saturday. Also, I want to thank Ellie and Philip for putting their hard work into that stream. I can't thank you two enough for what you're doing. And look, we want to make it a success. So come on, let's raise the money. I know times are tough out there. I know got the living crisis. Even if you donate 50 cents, it's something. And also, if you want to become a Patreon member, the link is on the YouTube channel. Wherever Patreon you pick, us as a channel will match that into the charity. So if you pick the €3 one, we will match €3, and we'll put €3 of our own money, of our own pocket, into the channel. If you do the €4, the €5, we will do the same. Look, it's an important cause. It needs to get out there. It needs people. Families need help. Over here, you have to be 6 years old to get diagnosed. Also, you have to sometimes, because the public system is so broken over here, people have to go privately. It costs me €500 to get my own diagnosis, and it could cost double that if a family's got 2 young children that need to be diagnosed. So look, please help as much as you can. It really means a lot to us. And next Saturday's going to be hard with some of the stuff we're going to talk about, but it's also going to be fun. So for me and Ellie to do 12 hours, and I'm grateful Ellie's going to be the 12-hour coast for me. She looks a bit like Elvis sitting there, to be fair, but that's something we'll get out of the end.
Thanks very much.
Please just do what you can. We will be grateful. And then afterwards, once we raise the money, we're going to do another live stream of us giving the money to As I Am as well, so you can see where it's going to. And then after that, we will be doing the thank you stream, and we will be getting people on to thank them for their help during all the stream, because it really means a lot to me and Ellie and Philip on this channel. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, and if they've got something, if they want to donate something for us to auction live on air, like an old book or something they want to give to, because they haven't got the money, or they have got the money and they want to give something as well, you know, at the end of the day, every little helps, right? So like Dermot's putting up his World Cup book, which is hard for him to let go of, because he's had that in his family for a long time, and it's dear to him. And that's how much he rates and, you know, puts his heart into this charity, so that he's given his favourite book away that he absolutely adores, the World Cup, when you read. And like my books are not so sentimental, but they're still lovely books. But I'm giving them out of the goodness of my heart, because there's better things in life to give to, you know. And like, if you've got a book or anything, a Spurs shirt that you don't want, we'll auction it online for you, you know, and we'll give all the money to the charity, you know. And you've lost nothing at the end of the day. You've just lost a Spurs shirt or a scarf, whatever you've got, badges. We'll auction. We'll become like a little auction house.
Yeah,
you know.
Look,
Yeah,
that's the thing, Ellie. It's important, and
it
I'm
is
so
important.
excited about doing it because we're going to have such a great show. We've got a lot of things coming up. The quiz, I'm looking forward to. You get together and get these questions.
Yeah,
I have one
can't
question
wait
for
for
you lot.
We're going to be racking our brains, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got Tom HC saying big up yours for the stream next Saturday. Fair play, great work. Thank you, Tom THC.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank
you.
We've
Big
got
up.
Drew Sergeson's not available tomorrow. We will be getting into that in a minute because me and Nelly may be doing a pre-record for Conte's press conference. We may get around that. Carl Simpson, screw you, Dermot. That's it. That's it. That's the last time I'll come on. Carl Simpson, I've got to say 2 words to you. Right, I'm only joking. And I'll tell you one thing. Can I just say, Carl last week on the supporters show, brilliant. What a great guest he really was.
I know. He's
come
brilliant.
on tonight. Come on tonight.
Nice it's nice to put a face to the humour, isn't it?
Yeah. Steve D's put, hi guys, Hazard is a legend. What I do to have him playing for us right now. Yeah, look, he's my all-time Spurs hero. Ellie's bringing over a Spurs shirt for me with Højbjerg on the back, and when I go over to Tottenham in February, I'm getting Hazard done.
Yeah, 29th of November, I'm in Dublin with the boys, and I'm going to have a blast. They're going to show me the whole of Dublin, hopefully.
Yeah, we are going to do a live stream from an Irish pub. That will happen.
Oh yeah,
me and Ellie will be doing a live Newsbeat on the Friday. She's in Dublin. Me and Ellie are going to sit in an Irish pub. We're going to do a live stream from an Irish pub. So we will be doing that. And Ellie will be doing videos.
So we will.
Ellie will be doing videos as well, putting up on the channel. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that.
I'm going to be an adopted Irish lady. Look, I've put on the green for Ireland today. Come on, you Irish. You never beat the Irish.
Look, Carl, Carl, look, if you want to go, man, go, look. But please just stay around for a little bit. All right, just stay around for a little bit. Just stay around.
We'll give him a chocolate if he stays with us.
Yeah. If you stay with us, we'll let you come on first on your all-time Spurs 11. There you go. Yeah, and a banana. Look, and we'll get you one first for your time. And get you one first for your time Spurs 11. There you go. A banana, chocolate, and on first. What more could you want? We've got my own nemesis, David Clark. Big up, David. Afternoon, you lovely people from breezy Leicester. It's a bit breezy here in southeast Ireland.
It's very breezy, Enfield.
Yeah. But the stream, I think by moving my PC, Ellie, it seemed to have fixed the stream, hasn't it? It hasn't been as jumpy.
Yeah, it has. It hasn't jumped at all.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I think I'm catching a cold, though. My nose is running like hell. Yeah.
Carl Simpson, can I put my kids up for auction? They've been driving me crazy.
As long as we get a lot of money for them.
Ellie.
I'm only joking. We don't want to sell your kids, Carl Simpson. Keep them. We'll have books and shirts, but not kids.
Ellie, I've got the FBI at my door after what you've just said now, so.
I don't care because my eyes are streaming. I won't see them coming. I won't see them coming.
Ellie, we watched you on Tottenham Till I Die, TFC Till I Die. We're arresting you for trying to sell. I don't care. My eyes are streaming.
They're arresting me for being a Spurs fan. That's what they're arresting me for. Being a Spurs fan.
We've got Chris. We've got Chris. Big up, Chris. Sorry, I can't actually.
Yay, Chris Ackenbar.
Say your last name. Big up, Chris.
I love that name.
And we've got Phil. This man, I love talking to this man. Phil 123. He's from America. He's been on the Irish HOTSPUR. I love listening to him. He's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
look, Philo, big up,
he
sir.
is.
Try to pop on tonight
Come on
onto
to our
the
band show.
onto our supporter show.
Yeah,
Onto our supporter show.
Yeah,
We've
but
got Carl
we're actually
Simpson.
supporters, not fans.
Carl Simpson's.
Yeah,
there's very
there
good
we
Ellie.
go.
And then
Two.
Yeah. He still hasn't said yes. So now we're offering you 2 chocolates, a banana. Ellie, plot love. You've really lost it, girl.
I'm going to eat them after. Don't you worry.
No, they're going to Carl Simpson. They're our bargaining chip. And David Clark nearly blew my white Spurs cap with a South Korean flag on the side of my head. And
nearly blew my white Spurs cap with the South Korean flag on the side of my head. Oh well, everybody to their own.
whatever ticks your fancy, we won't judge you. Big up David though. And then look, it worked, Ellie. He's not leaving. The bribery worked. We were offering 2 chocolates, a banana, and first on, and he can't leave.
We're throwing the bag as well.
Ellie, look, come on, you're going to bankrupt us now. We won't have anything left to sell. Look, I've really enjoyed this stream. It's really cheered me up. Spurs wise, I still can't give a shit about tomorrow to after the World Cup, to be fair. But this stream has really cheered me up. I
just hope there's a brilliant right wing back and a brilliant Cam, because we don't look like we're going to get Maddison because we don't want to pay his wages properly.
Ellie, can you tell Mr. Philo 123 Coys when you're on tonight?
Right, so we're on the supporter show at 8 o'clock, I believe, or is it 9 o'clock? It's 9 o'clock, isn't it? The supporter show. You normally do it at 9 or 9:30, don't you?
Yeah.
We've only had one.
I think it's 9 o'clock. So we're on tonight. The link will be going in. The link will be going in the community section at 8:45, and it will stay in there until 9:45. So it's in there for an hour, and then we will take it down.
Yeah.
So it's only subscribers only for coming on tonight.
Come and have your say.
Yeah. Ellie and Philip are doing the show. I'll be in the background, bringing guests on, doing all the comments and everything. But Ellie and Philip will be hosting it, and then we're sort of rotating it, aren't we, a bit, Ellie? We're going to do that.
I'm going to go and put my head over a bowl because I've definitely broken out of a cold. Because my eyes are streaming and my nose is streaming.
It's uncapped. That is why it's got the South Korean flag on the side. Look, why don't you put that flag up for auction for the charity we're doing for David? Put that up and we'll try to do something like that. Well, listen, I'm now going to bounce out of here. Ellie's going to bounce to the left. I'm going to bounce to the right.
I'm going to bounce to the bathroom with a bowl of hot water, some Vicks, and a towel over my head.
I'm now going to play some more FIFA 23 because at the moment, the World Cup, we are going to do a build-up to the World Cup within the charity stream as well. So we are going to do a build-up because the World Cup starts the next day. So you will be getting our predictions next Saturday. Who's going to win? Who's not going to win? How far England going to go? How far Wales will go? And how far my team, Argentina, who I'm supporting, will win the World Cup. And you know what I mean? You know, it's a great thing. I'm looking forward to the World Cup. We've got FPL Matt Day. Big up. Never seen you before, sir. Only just turned in. Well, big up. Big up. Please like and subscribe.
I think he's a new subscriber, isn't he? Lovely. Lovely to see you.
Nice to see you, Matt. And pop on tonight for the supporters show. Come on and have your say about Spurs. And then we've got Terry Wright. Big up Dermot and Quinn Ellie. Must win this weekend. Yeah, it is important. But I'm going to leave us on a positive note. Let's look. Before I leave, I'm going to leave us on a positive note. Then Ellie will sing us out with her normal whatever tune she normally does.
I'm going to sing a song dedicated to Hoybier.
Okay. No, that's on the video. I'm getting that up, Ellie. Don't worry. Okay. Right, listen.
It's going to be a double whammy then.
Be a double whammy. We will be successful if we back Conte. So let's get behind Conte. Let's get behind the players who try. The players that don't try, have a go at them. Don't have a go
and
at Conte.
Let's get behind Levy to actually give him the tools so that he can actually deliver what we know he can, and he's proven that if Levy backs him, we don't have any problem. Yeah.
Look, my love, my first love is my fiance and my family. My second love is Tottenham Hotspur Football Club.
Yeah.
I have fallen out of love with them. I'm so.
I don't know about you, but I'm putting Højbjerg in front of my husband.
Well,
don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Can I just say something? Something you said the other night, Ellie, about some of the Spurs women. One or two of them are a bit. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I would too. Look, we will look. Let's finish off in style tomorrow against Leeds, and let's go into the World Cup break. Let's go into the World Cup gate with a bit of optimism. We'll come back then on St. Stephen's Day, and we'll be successful. This confident with that. Look, we're just tired. We've played a lot of matches in a short space of time. We're fourth in the league, second round of the league, and we're still in the FA Cup. We can do it this season. Ellie, few people want to ask you a question. Jan always 71, big up. Why in your beauty?
Because my eyes are streaming, and that is not beautiful. They really are streaming underneath these glasses. You can see me wiping them away, but they're still streaming, and my nose is starting now. So, you know, what can I say?
Yeah, but you will see her beauty later, and she will be on. Amazing comment about that's true. She is Holbier's number one fan. David, my first love is, I know you already thought of that. Yeah, I did. I thought that, David. You know, I think about you before I go to sleep, and I want to wake up in the morning. You're my first thought of the day, David. So you know.
I know.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing his all-time Spurs 11, Ellie. I really am.
Yes, so am I.
Ellie's son for
he was born in 1961, if I remember rightly, David Clark.
Yeah,
so
and Wilton as well.
You brought us up the year we won the double. The year we did the double, David Clark came into the world. Carl Simpson's a lot younger, I think. He looks young.
Yeah, and also Wilton. Also Wilton McDonald as well. I'd love to get him on. So Carl Simpson says, Ellison Højbjerg got to be, I believe in miracles, your sexy thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe in miracles.
And David Clark says, my first love is myself, but you've already knew that. And Dave Clark says, I was only born in 1961. So he was born before that, Ellie. Right. Ellie, we're going to do this video we normally do. Can I just say, the bloke that turns around and looks where is the funniest part of that video, I have to say. It's the most
that I know. I'm bursting his eardrum, that's why.
But anyway, this is Ellie.
He actually spoke to me, Dermot. He actually spoke to me before you play it. And he said, you really do love Højbjerg, because he's seen me a couple of times before. Right, because I go to that area and he's always there in front of me. And this time he turned around and he said, you really do love him, didn't you? And I said, yes, I do. I love him because he gives his passion to the band. He plays for our band.
And then Terry Wright says, let's hope all our international players get through the World Cup without injury, and we'll come back after the World Cup with a healthy, revitalised squad. Yeah. And supporters as well, because I think we're all made of the same thing.
I love the way you play.
Can I just say that bloke won't go?
What a passionate fan,
Yeah. He's turned around, Ellie, right? You can see his phone going, yeah, man, keep it going, girl. Yeah, you know. It was so funny. Ellie, you're going to sing us out as you normally do.
Yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually dedicate this to the man who's taken the most stick at Spurs when it should be our players, and it's dedication to Antonio Conte. So I'm going to sing Antonio, 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 Antonio. Stay, please, Antonio. Please stay with us and make us great. Because at the moment, we're not great. So come on, Antonio. Cut.